Hello. Today I decided that I wanted to make a video on my journal ecosystem and all the journals that I have, which includes all of these. And yeah, so let's get straight into it. So first I want to go over all my actual journals that I write in. This was my very first journal that I ever bought in September of 2021, and the reason why I started to journal was because I didn't want to go to therapy, and I decided that if I just bought a journal, which is way cheaper than paying a therapist, that I could heal my inner child and heal my deep traumas that I never really discussed or talked about to anyone. Sorry, that was my curtain. And yeah, I used to go on YouTube or TikTok in 2021, and I would do this challenge where I would like write down a question that was inner child healing, and this is how I would write it. Like, I would write the question that the girl posts on TikTok, I would highlight it, and I'd write my answer. And I wasn't very consistent at first with journaling. I just did it like when I felt like it. But then in this journal, I started to get into manifestation too in August of 2021. So I would write down like I did the 369 manifestation the first time, and that was the whole thing. And then after that, I started writing like different pages of just like how I felt and stuff like that. And that was the first one. Oh no, I lost the stamp. Yeah, this is my very first journal. It was very healing, I should say. Then after that, this is journal number 2, and I would like to preface that every time I buy a journal, I buy one that's like different than the other one that I had, because I just go with the journal that I feel like at the moment. I would do in this one journal prompts, and this one really wasn't like no manifestation. It was just like more healing, more writing down my feelings, that type of thing, my thoughts. I even have a letter that I wrote, oh, I forgot about that, in 2018 that I put in here. Yeah, goals. I did a vision board with sticky notes because I didn't and still don't have a printer, so I did like this, and then if you flip it up, it's like my goals and stuff that I want, you know, that type of thing. And this one, and then yeah, I did some gratitude in here as well. I wrote down my dreams and affirmations, and I have this one. And speaking of dreams and affirmations, I have 2 different journals that I'm just gonna go over like briefly real quick. That in the midst of that journal and a couple of the other journals that I have, I would wake up, I would write my gratitude, I would write manifestations, and I would write like my dreams in here. So I would do that every single day. So like this is what it looks like with like different pages and stuff like that. That's one of them. And then the second one I have, that's pretty much the exact same as like this. But yeah, but back to my other journals. Then this is my 3rd journal that I bought, and this was in like 2023. This one, I like this one because it had like an index, and if I ever create a journal, I would put an index in mine too because it's very helpful. But I wrote this one just like memories, how I felt. I even have like debt, and I was trying to like do like a debt snowball type of thing. I was just drawing anything in my journals, brainstorming, all of that. I think in this journal, I was doing like cursive, kind of, because when I started writing cursive, I was also doing journal prompts. Yes, this journal probably took me the longest to go through. I don't know why, but yeah, period. So after that journal, I moved to this one. This one, same thing. This is a flower that I think my boyfriend bought me, but I didn't know how to do it right. So this is what it looks like. This is in 2024, beginning of January. But yeah, more stuff like this. Vision boards. I did a video on TikTok about this, and then I deleted it because I didn't like it. But I like the pictures. The pictures are literally took actual pictures from whatever. I put them on Canva, I think, like that. And then I got them printed. How you do like actual real photos, and then I just cut them out to save myself money because I didn't have a printer still. But yeah, that's what this one is too. And then I have 2 journals, well, 2 actual journals that I'm currently working in. This one I started, this is my 5th actual journal that I've just been writing stuff. This started in August last year. Boom. I write a whole bunch of like stuff in here. My feelings and stuff. What else do I write in here? I was brainstorming my purpose, what I wanted to do. I'm not done with this one yet, but yeah, I brainstorm a little bit everywhere. And like I was writing my habits. I just like to write. When I write in my journals, I pick like the active ones that I have, and I'm just like, okay, this is what I want to write in this journal. I feel like this is more appropriate for this journal that I have or this book. I just go based off my feelings. But sometimes I write like prayers in this one too. I write like prayers and I like pray, like actually pray. But sometimes to me it just feels better to write my prayers, so I do that anyway. But yeah, this one I'm currently working on. This one right here, it started off as a gratitude and affirmation and affirmation journal, but then when I started reading the Artist Way book, I bought an actual journal, which is this one that I filled up, where you write like 3 pages every morning before you do anything to just get your thoughts out. And I was like, okay, this is cool. And I did my task in here. As I was saying, yes, I was writing that type of stuff in here, and then I ran out of pages. So then I wasn't using this one anymore, so I moved to this, and this one still isn't full. But when I finish this one, I think I'm just gonna move to this one, because no journal will go wasted with me. Then I have these two. These are my last two that I have here. I absolutely love this one. It's not even a real journal. It's like one of those white ones, just blank pages that you just get. And when I tell you that I bought this small one first, because I was like, okay, this can be one for like my brainstorms, so I'm not brainstorming and writing my deepest, darkest thoughts in the same journal. This one's gonna be like it was supposed to be like a little artist journal for me to practice like art and stuff like that. Let me show you this is my favorite one that I did, and I just like copied it off Pinterest, but I didn't finish it. But anyway, it was supposed to be that type of journal, but then I turned it into like more of a business journal, me writing my business goals and brainstorming the stuff that I actually want to do in my life. And then some way in the midst of this one, I bought this one. But this one here, it's not finished yet, but I kind of have a lot of brainstorming ideas in here, ones that like intertwine with the big one. But then I also have like Bible study notes in here and some prayers that I've written. Like when I was doing John and like Matthew, I would write like a little Bible study thing in here. And this one still isn't finished, but it literally has like this many pages left, so it'll be done pretty soon. But this one is I wouldn't say my prized possession, but this one is one of my favorites. This one I bought because I was like, the other one is too small. This one could be a bigger one of my goal planning and that type of thing. And this one has like a whole bunch of stuff. Like I was planning a blog in here, ideas on that. Before I stopped getting into astrology because that's demonic, I was writing that type of stuff in here. I have like a whole bunch of things in here about just like passion, goals, brainstorming. I even wrote like a weekly planner type of thing in here where I would like do like the week, and then I would have like the goals that I wanted to complete, and then I would do like Monday, Tuesday, day by day, because it was easier for me to do that than to actually buy a planner and use a planner, because it's like most planners are boring to me and they all look the same and they have like almost no color. So that's a problem I wanted to fix, and I wanted to create it myself to be more active. But yeah, this one I write, I don't know if I said, I write prayers and brainstorms and all that type of stuff in here. And I just like to write. Like sometimes if I don't want to write a whole page on a journal with lines, I will come into this one and I will literally write. This one has this much left. But yeah, that's a quick talk on how all these journals are used and how long I've been journaling. And if you are watching this and you haven't journaled yet, it is your sign to journal, because journaling for me personally is one of the best things that I probably ever started to do for myself. And besides talking to God and talking to trusted people that I feel like I can talk to and not feel judged by, and they actually give me good advice, journaling is top tier. And I love to write. I've always loved to write. Like in English, I love to write essays. It was my favorite thing. Like people would be like, research papers. I'd be like, research papers, because I got to research and write. And then I realized that journaling is A1 for me, and it helps me get my thoughts down, and I can articulate my words better when I write. So journaling is just, I don't know, it's just something that I feel like God led me to before I even really started getting close to God again, and it has helped me so much. So if you don't journal, this might be your sign to start journaling, even if it's just like a small thing per day. But I hope everyone has a blessed day, and yeah, see you next time whenever I decide to get back on here.